The Timberwolves were all business as they came through the tunnel, determined to give their fans a reason to celebrate tonight. Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves. And a look at the injury situation. 2 players injured. One of their stars is out. Something they're going to have to overcome tonight.
2 players injured. One of their stars out. Something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
So here's Miami's starting group. In the forward spots, it's Butler and Jovic. Hero out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Adebayo in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Minnesota, some big guys down front on the block, Towns and Gobert. Dillingham is out there with Hodges, and it's McDaniels at the small forward position. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Hodges against Hero. Out left to the wing. Launches a 3. And the 3 ball is good.
A developing part of McDaniels' game that could elevate him to the next level.
And Hall of Famer David Aldridge spoke with Chris Finch. David?
He talked about the respect he has for Jimmy Butler and everything that Jimmy Buckets brings to the table. He told me Butler's special. He impacts the game with the ball, without the ball, and with his defense. But he said as much of a challenge as Butler presents, we'll be ready. Guys?
Thank you, David. Outside Butler. And he uses the glass on the layup.
The defense has to make it tougher for Butler. Can't give him that.
When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Inside, here's Richardson, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
And Butler is someone any coach would love to have. You see why with passes like these.
Here's Hodges, and another 3 for Minnesota.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Hero kicks to Butler. In the corner, it's Richardson. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Minnesota's gone a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. A lot of their points coming by way of the 3 in the first quarter.
Well, come on, guys. Did you really think they'd shoot 100% for the game?
The shot by Butler, nobody around. That 3 off the mark.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Hodges misses. The Heat trail by 6. In transition, here comes Miami. And a wide open look for Hero. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Yeah, he's so skilled at attacking at a moment's notice. Hero goes straight into his shot.
Here's Hodges. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Hodges has got 14.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Minnesota leading by 5. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency.
Substitution on
Come on,
court.
MP.
.110 left here in the first quarter. Hodges. The shot's good on the assist by Engel. 17 points for Thunder.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Adebayo finds Robinson. Shoots the 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. The Heat, their last game, a loss to Denver. The tray. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Here's Rozier. Off the left rim and out. Minnesota leading by 6. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Hodges misses. Ingles against Hero. Three-pointer. They get it back. Here's Robinson. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And another thing, Coach will be thrilled with the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
On the floor for Miami, the guard set is Rozier and Hero. Kevin Love out there with Jaime Jaquez. And it's Robinson in at the 3. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, the Heat are always a tough-minded bunch. Jimmy Butler says, I just think nobody cares on our team. Make or miss shots, we're going to be who we are because we're not worried about anybody else. So that's what I think it is. The I don't give a darn factor. I'm paraphrasing, Kevin. You get the picture.
I do, David. You are G-rated. Hey, thank you, D.A. The Heat making a switch here. Richardson's checked in.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Pass to Reed. Timberwolves passing it around. Here is Hodges. Takes the 3. Love grabs the board.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Richardson. Miami no good on that time either.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Hodges, that's good.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Over in the corner, Hero. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Hero's got 6.
Well, there's the answer from Hero. One of the best from three-point range in the league.
Good on the triple.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Pass to Love. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Timberwolves leading by 13. Here's Hodges. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. A different look for Miami. Adebayo.
Substitution on court.
How about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball? And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Here's Richardson, and it's good. 2 points. He's got 8.
Known as a ferocious scorer, Rozier is also solid at knowing when to give it up.
Connects again from distance.
Another three. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. Three-pointer, Butler. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And again for 3.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. Pass to Hodges. There's the triple. They grab their own miss. Gobert. The 3 ball. Good! Another from 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. Here's Richardson. And again, unable to change momentum here.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Hodges. Connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. That three pushes him into the history books.
Rally is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget. And so it's Minnesota in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
I think for the Timberwolves, this team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say, they are making it look easy, here in this early part of the season at least. Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Miami Heat.
This is the worst kind of basketball. No flow to the offense, just jacking up shots.
So what's with this game plan? I mean, what are they trying to accomplish out there?
If it's getting an earful from the coach, I'd say mission accomplished. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Thunder.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
On-court spots filled by McDaniels and Towns. Dillingham is out there with Hodges, and it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. And Miami shooting has been wayward so far, only 37% from the floor. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front.
And again for 3.
The barrage continues. And he's now broken his own
record. It's a new mark for the most triples ever in a game.
He said it. If anyone's going to do it, it may as well be me. And he keeps raising the bar higher and higher. Triple after triple. Catch him if you can. So the Timberwolves call their first timeout.
Chance to check out the stats for Richardson. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 10 points a game, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
And Gobert showing how much he wanted that basket.
Richardson outside. Good ball movement here by Miami. Pass to Hero. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, this team relies on Hero's offensive production. And tonight, he has delivered.
Here's Hodges. Sinks the three-pointer. Hodges has got 56 points in the game.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
There's Hero with the three. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second. Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy, and every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Richardson outside. Hero from long range. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. And at this point, Tyler Hero's connects again.
A 60-piece. Goodness. And it's not his first of the season.
Well, he is tied for the 4th most 60-point games during a single season. Just incredible. You coached Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But you missed the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet. There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no...
And another one falls.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time. And it's Rozier missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Hodges, that's good.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. Butler passes to Rozier. Driving to the basket. Minnesota with the rebound.
And that's letting the defense off the hook. No excuse for blowing that layup.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
He certainly, DA, is a two-way threat.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
There's Hero with the three. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying
another bucket. Wow!
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in an NBA game all time. He is knocking down everything.
It's truly one of the greatest games in league history. He cannot miss.
73. What a number. Tying Wilt and David Thompson. Only Wilt and Kobe.
And yep, another basket.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? one of the all-time individual games in NBA history.
And honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. I mean, he's into the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and Wilt's 100 are the only higher scoring games ever.
Here's Reed. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Minnesota with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active. Welcome back, everyone, as we continue on a record-setting night.
And a three-point barrage, the likes of which we've never seen. This man is etching his name in the history books.
Well, a moment like this really highlights the hard work MP has poured into his game. He's successfully...
Checked in for Minnesota. The Heat also changing it up. Nikola Jovic just checked in for Jaime Jaquez. Jimmy Butler comes in for Robinson. And Hero subbed in for Terry Rozier. Here's Hodges. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
On the floor for Miami, Hero in at shooting guard with Butler at small forward. In the post, it's Jovic and Adebayo. And it's Richardson in at the point. Here's Hodges. Another miss by Minnesota. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Hodges has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Lets it go with the 3. It's rebounded by Jovic. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Pass to Richardson. Three-pointer, Butler. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. Here's Hodges. Good, that's another bucket.
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now 3rd all-time for points in a game. 1 for the ages.
He surpassed Wilt Chamberlain's less famous scoring mark from 1961, and Kobe Bryant now in his sights.
Here's Hero. That miss puts him at 53% shooting tonight, 8 for 15. Again, what an avalanche!
And that score moves him up in the record books yet again.
He now stands, Greg, alone for second place for points. What an unbelievable night.
And with 81... in the rearview mirror, he only has the great Wilt Chamberlain and his 100 mark left, a record nobody thought would be touched. But this is the closest anybody has ever come. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Thunder.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in. Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Well, he's a volume three-point shooter in this league. Hero can really do damage from there.
Pass to Shannon. Now Reed. Puts up a deep 3. The shot, no good. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll do it, folks. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Call the electrician because MP just shot the lights out.
For MP to have a game like that in his rookie year, that's a special accomplishment. He can already score with the best of them.
You have been playing well as a starter.
Yeah, and we are confident it is the right move for the long-term health of the team.
But not everyone is as thrilled as we are with the new lineup.
I'm sure you can figure out who he's talking about.
I mean, if I were him, I'd be unhappy too. But like you said, there's no place for hurt feelings, and this is a grown man's league.
Yes, of course. But we would like you to make a special effort to get him more involved in the offense when you're on the floor with him.
We've talked a lot about using your gravity to get everyone involved. We just want to make sure that he's one of those people.
Look, I'm not trying to give you guys a hard time, but I don't understand what the problem is. We're winning games. Isn't that what's most important?
We're winning games now, in the regular season. But we're going to need him down the line, not just in the playoffs, but in the years to come. And if he feels like his talents are being wasted, he's going to want out. We could lose him.
And it's throwing off chemistry in the locker room.
I get that. But what's more important to him? Winning games or usage rate?
It's not that simple, MP. Everyone's got an ego, right? And quite frankly, he earned his.
He has done a lot for this organization, and we are just trying to do right by him. How would you feel if the tables were turned?
Look, I'll do what I can, but at the end of the day, he's his own man and he can make his own decisions.
We understand that. But we have some reasonable requests that we think you're going to be okay with.
All right, look, I'll give him my best shot, but he has to hold up his end of the bargain. I can't put the ball in the basket for him, too.
All we ask is that you try. It's in the best interest of the organization, MP.
We need you to be a team player.